Alright, I think we're live. Hello, hello. This is working. I should probably actually make like a new deck list since these games are just all going to be post-board. Just import this. This will probably be pretty recent. Let's make it Jace. It's fitting because we're just testing against Grixis. So this list is probably pretty close to what we're playing today. I didn't change the stream title or anything. Man, I'm so bad at that. Alright, let me change the stream title. Right. There we go. Now we should be good. Static, are you in chat? There we go. We're up and running. Legacy D&D testing versus Grixis control. Everything looks good. Now, where are my card? Ooh, that looks inconvenient. The Cardboard Live extension. Can you even, like, reach that? Because when you mouse over, hang on, let me. Yeah, if you mouse over it, it looks like I might have put it too low. I need someone in chat to actually help me with this Cardboard Live stuff. I just updated from Stream Decker to Cardboard Live as my like Decklist previewer on Twitch. So going through the growing pains. That's why we're live a little bit early. I'm just like working out the kinks here. So if you're watching this video on YouTube or whatever, you can just like fast forward until we're actually playing some games. But I need Stack D in the chat. It looks okay if you like full screen it, but if you have it in like a small windowed screen, I don't think you can actually touch the deck list button. Which is a little bit inconvenient. I may just have to like push it a little bit up on the screen. I also need to just like edit this deck. Cut the Brightling, play a Palace Jailer. Cut that. Oh no, come back, Chalice. Cut the Sword of War in Peace, play a third Recruiter, and cut the Brightling for something? I'm just making it the same as this deck. I need a Fairy Macabre and an Aethersworn Canonist. But we are going to edit this deck list to be a post-board testing against Grixis control. No Brightling. No, not right now. We cut the Brightling for the Palace Jailer yesterday. As much as I do love Brightling, I'm much more concerned about like testing for the Grixis matchup than I am for the Miracles matchup. It's just like a worse matchup in general. I'm very much not a fan of Jailer. Neither am I, but I think cards deserve like a second chance. And I do like Jailer a little bit more than I have in the past in terms of matchups. Against 4-color alone, the card seems nuts. Against Miracles and Grixis, obviously, it's like way dicier because they have stuff like Strix and Snapcaster Mage, they can take it. It is a very high-risk, high-reward card. But anyway, so assuming this is my 75, which is probably pretty close to what I'm going to be playing in like the tournaments over the next 2 weeks. I need to post-board this against Grixis, and then we're going to fill the sideboard with like some of the other stuff that we might want to be testing tonight. Probably just like Crusading Knight and other garbage like that. I mean, the issue is that like if Grixis is our nightmare, we don't really have super good tech options, right? If you sit down and you're like, I want a sideboard for the Grixis matchup and nothing else, there aren't super good options outside of like Paladin and Vec Crusading Knight. But anyway. So we want Cataclysms, Council Judgments, Recruiter, Rips, Hero of Bladehold. Not what I'm looking for the Grixis matchup. I'm sorry all the time. Also, if any of you are on desktop, can you tell me if the deck list is too low? It should be in the bottom left corner, but I think it's like too low because whenever I try to mouse over it, like the window, like the video window pops up and like prevents you from clicking on it. I updated. I moved from Stream Decker to Cardboard Live, so I'm still trying to work out the kinks. It's too low. I didn't even know. Yeah, exactly. I need to adjust it, which is one of the reasons I started early, is so I could like just work through all this stuff before my usual time. I have no idea those extensions work. Are you on desktop, Chylith? Because if you are, you should be able to just click on it and where's extensions? Right there. Don't want to fiddle with these bizarre newfangled extension tech. Chylith's an old man. Alright, overlay 1, settings. So we bring this up a little bit. A little bit more, maybe. Save. And then refresh. Oh, no, I haven't had stupid ads. Midway up the screen worked on the LPL stream, so I imagine it'll be fine for you. Oh, that's fair. Maybe I should move it up some more. Just like, yeah, it doesn't really cover up anything if it's in the middle left, because that's where like the priority box is and stuff. So it's not a huge deal. It'll be a bigger deal if they like implement this like player 2 stuff, but for now, the player 2 stuff doesn't matter. Let's try that. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't hate that. What's with the deck? Oh, we're testing postboard against Grixis control today, Kogan. So we're like messing up. We've created a new deck copy just so I can submit this one against my friend Static here in the chat to just jam the matchup. How do I edit this name? Is it up here? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like Cavern isn't very good against like the decks I'm gunning for is the issue. It's dicey against back to basics. It's not particularly good against Grixis since your haymakers you're concerned. Click the tab I was clicking before. Properties. Oh, there we go. There we go. Picture the deck I'll be running if you want it at some point. I don't even know if I do want it. It might be better to just test in the blind of, oh, I assume they're on some sort of list and you have to like make adjustments on the fly. So in this matchup, you cut the Revokers, you cut the Plows, shave like a Wisp, and this is how I sideboard for this matchup usually. Other than the one, yeah. Other than the sideboard decision we already talked about. So this is my postboard against Grixis typically, but I was talking to people in the chat or in the Discord, and apparently Phil brings in Chalice in this matchup. Yeah, the issue there, Chalice, is like I don't hate leaving in like one-ish Plows, but what else am I cutting? Like this deck is very like just very solid in terms of what it wants in this matchup. And this is the issue that I was about to talk about. Oh, here we go. Phil's in chat. So can I get your sideboard advice here then, Phil? Because I was never like super high on bringing in Chalice, but there's definitely an argument for bringing it in since you like yes, it's bad against Skullgun's command, whatever, but they have a lot of 1-drops. They don't always have the K command, and you have a lot of artifacts in the deck, especially post-board. You have Vials, Equipment, Ballista, 2 Chalices. You can definitely try to sneak an artifact of some sort through some number of K commands. Bringing these Chalices, what else am I cutting? Is my question. Also, is the Cardboard Live thing better? -1 Revoker, -2 Wisp, -4 Swords, -1 Plains, -4 Mom. Jeez. But you're -1 Plains because you're on 24 lands, which makes sense. -2 Wisp. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 cards with a Grixis sideboard? Jeez. That is a whole heck of a lot. I can definitely, I understand, like, cutting Mom when you board in Chalice. It makes sense. Did kind of want to shave Mom. Yeah, I remember people talking about it in the Discord today. The concept of, like, you're not going to, you're more often than not, you're not going to be able to grind them out super well. So you just kind of have to get a little bit lucky, so to speak. Like sometimes you play Chalice on 1, you win the game, or sometimes you play a Jailer and you win the game because they like don't have the extra guy. I definitely get that. I hate something like this. Just based on like my own sideboarding preferences. It's either this or like another Wisp, but I don't like Moms as much. Chalice does a similar role that Mom does, right? Protects your things from 1-drops. Chalice 1/1 plus Crusader is almost as good as Mom plus Crusader. Oh, they have so many answers to Revoker. Yeah, I don't. That's a more minor distinction. I'm not a huge fan. Revoker is just very likely not long for this world. It's not good as an answer. It's good as like an option if you're both top decking, your opponent just like drew a Jace or a Liliana Last Hope, and you drew Imperial Recruiter or Recruiter the Guard. It's definitely reasonable. Yeah, I definitely agree there. The plan is definitely like designed because you're bringing in 3 Chalices, so your 1-drops are just significantly worse. Maybe there's a chance I do like this. You still want some number of Wisps to like recruit a Wisp chain at times. I don't think I want to put it down to like 1 though. That seems pretty crazy because sometimes Vial on 3 plus a Wisp can still just protect your stuff. Something like this I don't hate as a configuration. I wouldn't cut below 3. Yeah, I mean, the issue is always like, oh, I like all these cards in my deck especially against Grixis. Like, these cards are all good. There's a chance like 3rd Mom's better than or worse than 3rd Wisp. I don't know.
Where's my cat?
We'll figure it out. Yeah, Wisp is like very finicky. Wisp is, what's the word? High variance, I guess? I mean, a lot of the cards you're bringing high variance, though, like Chalice and Palace Jailer and stuff, but in a different sort of way. If you don't have a Value, your Wisps suck. When you're ready to go, and I'll shut off the stream. Turn off my tunes. Alright, sounds good, Static. Hello, cat. Anyway, what was a dumb tech I wanted to try out? Crusade. I can't spell Crusading Knight. I picked up one just for the stream. This terrible, terrible card. But I like it more than most of the other Grixis tech options that have been suggested thus far. I don't hate it. Just kind of have this word. I'll never bring that in against Grixis anyway. Wow, that is awful. You're not wrong, Chylith. You are certainly not wrong. But it was one of the cards that... Let's try new Karna's tech. I'm not sure that's better than Gideon. Like, it makes more loyalty, I guess. It's, like, harder to kill, but I'm not super high on it. This card 100% sucks, though. but it passed my mental threshold of like, this might actually be better than Paladin Envec, and Paladin Envec is a card that I had been heavily considering to a certain point. And there's definitely a chance that this card doesn't suck compared to that. So it's just an option on the table. Do I even have a Paladin Envec online? Probably not. Nope, I have a Paladin of the Bloodstained. That's a lot worse. Alright. I think this is probably fine for testing. I can always, like, swap around Moms and Flicker Wisps if I feel the need. I remember considering Fiendslayer against Pile. Yeah, I played a Fiendslayer because it was, like, really good against Delver specifically, but also Pile. I played a Fiendslayer in the sideboard once upon a time, and it was pretty decent. Played against a lot of Grixis Delver that day. Yeah, Devout Lycast is another card that I think is also, like, just worse than something stupid like Crusading Knight, or... I guess... yeah, like, worse than Crusading Knight / Paladin Envec against Grixis specifically, but it's, like, nuts in the blue-black, in the Shadow matchup. And also, yeah, Triple White is definitely a bummer sometimes. But, anyway, that's enough dawdling about... We're just gonna, like, mess around. I don't think there was anything else that got mentioned today that I really wanted to try out. I think it was mostly just the Crusading Knight. Yeah, Karn is, like, fine. But Karn just feels like another Gideon, right? Like, I have a Karn right here, but... Like, I'm not even super high on Gideon right now. I'm playing Cataclysms over Gideons right now. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, it did say we're starting, so I guess we're starting. Gideon just makes dudes. I mean, Karn also just kind of makes dudes. I mean, like, makes dudes and draws you cards in the interim, but... Concede match, go. Aha, we won the die roll. Got him. Alright, so we're testing postboard, so we know we're against Grixis. So this is assuming that we have, like, won or lost game 2 based on, like, who goes first and all that good stuff. But, so we can analyze our opening hands based on how good they are against Grixis. Also, this hand's just nuts against Grixis. This is just all the cards you want. Port, Wasteland, Vial, Thalia, Stoneforge. Like, this hand is pretty close to, like, exactly what you want postboard. So, especially on the play. Inquisition, rude. Might Inquisition my Thalia make my port decision easier. My Inquisition the Mom. I mean, all three of these hits are, like, reasonable depending on what's in my opponent's hand. This hand is, like, this hand might be nuts, but this hand can still very easily lose to Grixis. Okay, so we're playing the card advantage game. Which means I don't even think I'm playing Thalia here. Although, nah. Ooh, that's a very good draw. Maybe I do cast Thalia. Lets me at least get this Mother of Runes online if I put it into play right now. It could get forced. The issue with deploying one threat a turn is that my opponent can just, if I port them, they go another land, Fatal Push the Mother of Runes, take Vial up to 2, Vial and Thalia, like, kill the Thalia, whatever, and then Edict away my Crusader. If I play cards now, I can try to overload them. Yeah, I think I'm gonna port.